Assalamu alaikum. Hello student. Myself Akam Ansari. In today's lecture, I will be talking about some advanced features and attributes of input tags. In previous lecture, we have seen some attributes of input tag, like we have seen input type, we have seen different input email, we have seen different types of input like image, we have seen. Okay, but what is the specialty of today's lecture? These attributes are come under the category of input restriction. We have already discussed what is input restriction. Means it assists the user or it restricts the user to enter only valid information into form. So today we will see some attributes, like first we will see what is height attribute, what is width attribute, and then we will see what is multiple attributes. Okay, these are some attributes of input tag which are categorized or which come under the category of input restrictions. Okay, input restriction means it helps or it assists the user to enter only valid information. In input restriction, if the user or the person who is going to fill that particular form enter wrong information, that form or that input field will restrict or will send some error message or some message to validate information. Means it helps the user to enter only valid information in that particular field or form. So our topic of discussion will be attributes of input tag, that is input restriction. But today we will see three attributes. One is height, one is width, and one is multiple. Okay, as the name or meaning of height, we are very clear what is the height and what is the width. Both are used to customize the size of anything. Okay, width and height is nothing but an attributes or feature of anything which is used to specify the size. Okay, but these width and height attribute of input restriction is mainly used with input type equal to image. Okay, as I am saying input type equal to image, so what is image and what is input type equal to image? If I say image, so image is a normal image or a picture. Okay, by using img tag you can insert image. But if I say input type equal to image, so it's not an image, it's a button. Okay, it's a submit button. Input type equals to image is a submit button which is used to submit the form, like a submit button. Okay, so the function of input type equal to submit and input type equal to image is same. Both are the buttons and both are the use to submit a form, but only difference in input type equal to submit we create a submit button, and in input type equal to image we create a button but like an image. Okay, so on your browser you will see a button, but when you click on that button it look like an image. Okay, it look like an image, but when you click on that button it will perform function of a button. So the difference between input type equal to submit and input type equal to button is button will input type equal to submit will display a journal button, and input type equal to image will display an image, but the function of input type equal to submit and input type equal to button will be same. So width and height attribute mostly used with input type equal to image. Why? Because when you create an image on your browser, so it will display in its own size, or whatever actual size of that image it will display on your browser or in your form, but the size of that image may be larger, or mostly the size of image is larger, so it will not display good. Okay, so to resize or to customize the size of that particular button which is look like as an image, okay, width and height attributes are used. Let's see in definition. Okay, so you will get what is input restriction what is. So today we will see height attribute, then we will see width, then we will see multiple. So we have seen little bit about height. So first I will click on number 1, that is height attributes. Okay, so let's have a simple definition of height attribute. Height, see here, height attribute specify the height of an input type equal to image element. Okay, so as I told you, height and width both are the attribute which works with the image. Okay, but with input type equals to image means we are going to create a submit button which look like an image but work like as a submit. Okay, so when you won't use width and height attribute, the image will display in his actual size. Okay, whatever size is given, or what is the size or of image is already. So if you won't use height and width attribute, it will display in its actual size. But if you want to resize or customize the shape and size of that particular input type equal to image or image button, so you have to use height and width attribute. So we'll see in coding, so you will get what clear picture what is the use of height attribute. After that, in today's lecture we will see one more attribute which is very similar to our height attribute, that is a width attribute. What is the use of width? As we know, width and height both work at the same time. If you use width attribute, you have to use height attribute. If you use height attribute, you have to use width attribute. Both are the attributes of input type equal to image elements which works at the same time, and the function of width and height attribute is to customize the size of that particular input button, that is look like an image but work, or the functionally it will perform like a button or submit button. So we will see these are the attribute. We have to assign some value to width and we have to assign some value to height. After that we will see our third topic, that is multiple. Okay, we will see multiple. What is a multiple? As the meaning of multiple is very clear or very simple. What is mean by multiple? Multiple means more than one. Okay, in certain cases we have to accept more than one value. For example, when you collect information from user like enter your email ID, sometimes we accept more than one email ID, or we can say alternate email ID. Okay, in that case we have to use multiple attribute with email ID, input type equal to email. In that we will use multiple as an attribute which perform or which create the facility to accept more than one email ID. And multiple attribute is also used with the file. Sometimes we have to collect more than one file or more than one document from the user. For example, we want certificate, HSC certificate, SSC certificate, then graduation certificate, post-graduation certificates, or any other certificates. In that case, we require a number of the certificate from the user. But if you use input type equal to file, in that case, you can accept only one particular document or one file. But if you use multiple attribute in that particular input tag, means in input type equal to file, if you use multiple attribute, you can select, or user can select, or user can upload more than one file. So the meaning of multiple is very simple, is more than one. So if you use multiple attribute with input type equal to file and input type equal to file and input type equal to email, so you can add, or user can add multiple email IDs and multiple file. So let's have a look how we use technically in web designing or web development or in HTML5, how height attribute work, how width attribute work, and how multiple attribute work. Okay, so first we will create a HTML page, a web page. On that page we will create some form, and that in that form we will use height and width attribute inside the input type equal to image. Then we will create some email ID. To accept email ID, we have to create input type equal to email. Then we will create input type equal to file. So all these things we will see technically how this work in HTML5. So let's have a look. We are going to start our programming language, that is a HTML5. So where to perform this programming, we have a text editor, that is the simplest text editor given by the Microsoft, that is a Notepad. So get ready for the coding. That is our best part of, because by using coding you will get clear picture what is the technically means of this word. Till now we have seen the theoretical part, what is the mean, how it will perform, but once you see in coding, you will get the clear picture why this height and width attributes working, what is the function of multiple attribute, how this perform inside the coding. So we will start our programming by using Notepad. So I will just go to my desktop, then I will search here Notepad. So you will get simple Notepad app. Okay, here I just want to maximize, and as we know, this is my HTML file 5. So on top I will just write in less than and greater than sign, not doc type. Okay, in number of time I have told you what is the use of doc type, what is the mean of doc type. Means doc type specify the which type of document we are going to use, because HTML have in number of versions and the latest version is HTML5. So we have to specify HTML. Okay, doc type HTML. This line of code is specified that this code is written inside the HTML5. After that we have to write HTML tags. As those students who are the new, I just want to tell you, HTML is a language, that is a hypertext markup language, is a language which is used to create or which is used to design or develop HTML pages or web pages or websites. Okay, so HTML is a language, and HTML is a collection of different tools, or that tools are called as HTML tags or elements. These elements have their attributes or features. On the basis of their features or their application we use, but these tags are written inside the less than and greater than sign, that is the HTML less than and greater. These HTML tags are categorized in two category. One is empty tag and one is complete tag, or we can say one is paired tag and one is unpaired tag. Those tags which have their pairing, their closing tag is called as a pair tag. Those tag who don't have any pairing tag, or these are called as a singular tag or unpaired tag. Okay, so on the basis of our requirements we will take and we will use that particular tag. But the basic thing which we have to remember, HTML first tag will be HTML and the last tag will be HTML, and closing tag will have a forward slash, then we have to specify the name of tag. After that, the second tag of HTML page will be head tag, that is the head section of your HTML page. So I will write head tag. HTML tag is a paired tag and head tag is also a paired tag. That's why I have given this closing line, or we can say it's a forward line. Okay, after that head tag, the main tag of any HTML page is a body tag. Okay, then closing body tag. You may notice that every time I write opening tag and closing tag at the same time. It is a good practice for any developer or any programmer to write HTML tags opening and closing at the same time. Okay, so body tag and closing body tag, because right now we are writing the programming or code for any program or for any function, that is a line, that is a 10 to 15 line. But once we enter in any organization or any company, there is no limit of code. A program or a coding can be of 10 line or can be of 1000 line. So at the end you won't remember which tag you have opened, which tag you have closed. So it is a best practice to start open tag and close tag at the same time. Okay, that's why I write opening tag as well as closing tag at the same time. So right now I have used 6 tag. One is a HTML tag, one is a head tag, and one is a body tag. All these 3 tags are pair tag which have their respective closing. Okay, so HTML opening, HTML closing we have, then head we have opening, head we have closing, then body we have, and then we have body closing. These are the fixed sequence. Okay, these are given by the HTML. On top we have HTML, then on head we have head, then we have body tag. This is the main tag of the HTML. This is the body of your web browser. Whatever you write inside that tag, this will display on your browser. So whatever you want to display, you have to write between opening and closing body tag. Okay, I just want to refresh you what we have learned from 11 till now. Okay, now inside that, what is our function, what is our today's target, that we have to learn these 3 attributes, that's a height, width, and multiple, and these are the come under category of input restriction. Okay, so these are the attributes of input tag, and input tag is a sub element of form tag. So we have to create a form. So inside body tag I will create form tag. So to create form tag we have to use form tag and closing form. Okay, now I have to attribute some I want to add some attribute like name of the form. So you have to write name equals to, in double and comma you have to specify the value of name. So I can write F1. Then you have to use one more attribute, that is the action. This thing we have already learned. What is the action attribute? Action attribute is nothing but it shows the destination page, that is kme.php. You can specify any page. Then we have to write method attribute of form tag. What is the use of method? It specify that which method you are using. We have 2 methods, one is a get and one is a post. We have seen in number of time what is the use of get, what is the use of post. Okay, now we have created a form. Inside that form we have to add some input elements. Okay, for example, now I am going to add name. So I will write name. Okay, to accept name I will take input type equal to text. Okay, then name equal to, I will take T1. After that I just want to assign one BR tag. Okay, see, these things we have learned in number of times. The only reason I used to type from starting to end, so you get clear picture. Okay, name input type equal to text. I just want to save and I want to show what is the effect of that much line I have just added. Click on save. The first time it will ask where you want to save. So on desktop, this is the desktop, I have a folder. So inside that folder I am going to save. For example, today our program is width and height and multiple. So I will name as a multi.html. You can assign any name, but the only important is first you have to write name of the file, then .html is compulsory because it indicates that this file is an HTML file. Okay, so click on save. Then I just want to go back to my desktop where I have just saved the file. So I have saved inside that folder. So you will get multi. Okay, I just want to double click, means I am going to execute the file. Let me increase zoom it so you will get what is our output. Okay, so we have just added name and we have added input type equal to text. So you will get this text box where you can insert any value. Okay, now as I told you, we have to learn in today's lecture, that is we have to learn what is width and height attribute. Okay, so student, first we will see width and height, or you want to see multiple. Let's have a sequential, let's go in sequential manner so you won't confuse. First we will see height and width attribute. As I told you, width and height attribute is used with the input element like input type equal to image. So first we have to create a input type equal to image button, then we will use this attribute. Okay, so I will add one button, that is input type equals to image. Okay, then I will assign name equal to, you can assign any name, img, imf, whatever, or I just written im. Then the main thing is we have to use input type equal to image, means we are going to create an image button. Okay, it functional work or it's functioning as a button, but it will look like as an image. So we have an attribute called src. Okay, src attribute is used to accept, or it used to write the location or destination of the particular image which you want to insert as an button. Okay, so in src attribute we have to write the address, the destination or the location of a particular image which you want to insert in your browser as an button. So which image you want to insert? So I will go in my computer and I will search images. Inside the picture I can get image. Okay, so camera roll, no image, saved picture, sorry, no image, screenshot, we have image but it's a different one. Don't worry, I have an internet connection. I will just start Google. Okay, then I will search in that. I am typing my name. I just want to add Ansari Ahkam. I will click on images. Okay, so I found my picture. I will save it, save image as, okay, I will name as Ahkam. Okay, okay, now this image has been saved from the internet to my local computer. Now I can get this image inside my folder. See, I have this image. Now listen, we have two types of image insertion, or we can insert an image in our page by using two methods. Okay, inside src attribute we have to pass, see the coding. src is an attribute in which we have to write the location of image. Okay, the location of image or the destination of the image where your image is saved, because inside this we cannot copy or paste the image. We have to write the source or location in that particular src attribute. So first go to that image which you want to add. So I have shown you that our image inside that folder, this image I want to add. The simplest thing or the common thing or the general thing is that just right click on that image which you want to insert, go in properties. Okay, inside the property, this is the property window of that image. See, now you will get location as a heading. So copy the whole location. This is the address or location of that image. Okay, copy this. So I will copy, Control C, and I will back inside that src attribute. Okay, so this is my location where this image is currently available. Okay, after that, at that place there may be a number of images. Okay, where the address of all images may same. So after that, this just add one slash. See, you will get C colon then slash then user, then slash this, then the some name of the computer, then slash, then desktop because my folder is on desktop, then slash, then the folder name account today. Okay, so after that put one more slash. Okay, and then assign name of the image. Okay, I will just go again on property, so you will get name on top. Just copy it, Control C, and back your coding and Control V. Okay, C, from here C to account today is a location, and what is the account? Account is a name of that file. Then see what is the type of that file, because again in image we have different type. Sometimes we have JPG, sometimes we have GIF, sometimes we have TIFF. Okay, so we have n number of the type in image. So after naming the image, we have to write the type of that image. So we will get type of the file. See here, type of the file is written, that is a JPG. Okay, JPG, that is a short form of JPEG, which means Joint Photographic Expert Group. Okay, this is a full form of the JPEG, but in short it's written as a JPG. So the type of file is JPG. I will just go to my coding page, that is my notepad, and I will add acom.jpg. Okay, where acom is the name of file and jpg is the file extension. Like in HTML page, I have written multi, so multi is my HTML page, and what's .html? .html is extension or type of the page. Okay, because sometimes we have JavaScript page, in that we have write name.js. Sometimes we have CSS page, in that we have write name.css. Okay, sometimes we have PHP page, then we have to write like kme.php. What is kme? Kme is a name of file, and what is .php is a file extension, means this file is belongs to PHP language. In the same way, .jpg, this type of image belongs to JPG image. Okay, so we have to specify, we have to write the JPG. Why JPG? Because the file is belongs to JPG. You can check inside the property. So this is the property of file, so you will get type of the file. Don't write with your own. Okay, because we have n number of image type, so whatever image type is given in its property window, you have to write. So type of the file is JPG, so I will write JPG. Okay, so our work is over. Click on file, click on save, and come to your browser. This is my browser, multi.html. Just refresh the page. Now you will get the picture. Okay, now it looks like a picture. Let me reduce the size of page 100%. This is the actual size of your picture, your image. It's work like a button. When I click on that, the page will transfer to see kme.php. Why? Because functionally it works as a submit button. When you click on that image, your page will be submitted. The input type equal to image work as a button, as a submit button, but it looks like an image. So anyone can see it look like an image, but when I click on that, it will perform like a submit button. So no one can get whether it's a button or whether it's an image. So we have to customize, or we have to resize this image into a button. Okay, so we will use our today's topic, that is our width and height attribute. Width and height attribute we will see within a minute, but before that I just want to show you one more method to insert an image. Okay, before that I have taken one image, I have downloaded from internet, then I have saved on some places, but we have one more feature, or we have one more way how to insert an image. Okay, so you can insert image by using two way. One way we have seen, means just we have to go in that particular image which you want to insert and copy the whole location. This one we have copied, then we have added the name of the file and extension. This is the tradition method, or this is the longest method. One more method you can try, this is the easiest one and it reduces the time. Okay, how we can insert? Just see whether your HTML file and your image file is at same folder. See, I have a folder name icon today. In that folder I have multi, this is my HTML file, and again at the same folder I have my image which I want to insert. Means the location or address of both my file and HTML file are same. So in that case, if your image file and your HTML file is in same folder, in that case you just assign name and type of the file of the image. Okay, don't write whole address. Okay, it will work if you write whole address, it will work, but it will take more time to run and it will increase the load on your browser, because you had written in number of the line of code, you have written full address. But if you want to reduce the size of the code, so and make sure your file, image file and your HTML file is in same folder, in that case you can just write name of file and the type of file. So instead of writing C:user then they stop the whole line, I just want to add only file name and extension. So what is the file name? File name is acom, and what is the extension? .jpg. So instead of that I will remove all the line, all the code, I will just take acom.jpg. so before that I will just delete all the line. Okay, now we have just src equal to, what is the src? Src is a source. In that src we have to write the location or address of that particular image. But if your image and your HTML file is at a same place or in a same room or in a same folder, in that case you can write only the name and extension. Okay, so acom.jpg is my file name and extension, so it will work. See, click on save, again go and refresh the page, you won't see any change. Okay, now the next thing which is we have to add attribute, that is we have to add width and height attribute. So I will add width equal to, for example I am going to, what is the width? Width, that is horizontal length. Okay, width means that is a horizontal length, so I will assign as a horizontal length as a 100 or 50. Okay, then see what is the effect of just width attribute. Save it, so you will get the idea of width. Now see, the width of image has been changed, and I am going to use height. Height equal to, for example 40 I can take, 50, and width equal to, I will assign 100. Okay, now I have given width equal to 100 and height equal to 50. Okay, what is the 100 and 50? These are the pixel. Okay, these are the pixel. So it will automatically accept as a 100 pixel width and 50 pixel as a width. Okay, back to your browser, refresh the page. Now it looks like an image, but when you click on that it will perform like a submit button. Okay, so what is the use of width? We have seen width attribute in input type equal to image is used to customize. If you increase the 100, for example, now I am going to take as a 400, and height equal to I am going to give as a 100. Okay, I just want to save the file and flip back to my browser and refresh my page. See, now the size of that button or image button has been changed. Means width and height attribute is used to customize or resize the image size. Okay, so when you insert any value inside that form, and when you click on that button, it will work as a submit button. Okay student, now the video is going longer to longer, so I don't think we will complete the second topic, that is a multiple, in this video lecture. So let's have a refresh. We have started with the input restriction attribute, means it restricts the user. See the definition, restrict the user from entering invalid information. We have seen a number of times. But what we have learned today, we have learned height attribute, we have learned width attribute. Both are the attributes which is used to resize or which is used to customize the input type equal to image. What is input type equal to image? Input type equal to image is an input tag, okay, which is used to create a submit button in the form of image. Okay, so width and height, where width specify horizontal size and height specify vertical size. Okay, now in next lecture we will see what is multiple attribute, because the video is becoming longer and you will be very confused or maybe tired. So we will, in next lecture we will cover what is the multiple attribute, how multiple attributes works. Okay, so we will see multiple attribute, and next thing we will see some more attributes of input tags and many things to come. Inshallah, in next video lecture I will tell you a number of the thing. For now, I just want to thanks for watching and stay tuned with this channel. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.